Hello everybody, Assalamu alaikum. So today is 18th September, heading towards Abitibi, north of Timmins, actually Smooth Rock Falls, another an hour north of Smooth Rock Falls, starting from Toronto, Ajax, and hoping to reach our destination tomorrow around after 12 hours of drive. Our car is all packed up. It took us about an hour to get ready for today. We are starting around 10 p.m. Our next stop would be ready for a short break, and then from there we'll buy some gas and head towards Sudbury. Okay. All right.
Use the right lane to take the Ontario 401 West ramp.
So, tell us about our trip.
So we've decided to go for a short road trip. Actually, it was a long road trip, but due to work and everything, we had to cut short by 2 days. We had to change our plan and decided to go for Abitibi Canyon, which is the Otter Rapids, and also the starting point of Whittam Road, which is the winter road that connects the most part of Ontario on the shoreline of James Bay, Atuapishkat and Mussoorie. But anyways, we are not going there. Our goal for this trip is to go all the way to the starting point of Whittam Road. And that is also the place where there are 3 power stations, hydro power stations of Ontario Power Generation Board. Initially, we planned to start around 8. Now it's almost 10:30. The goal is to drive non-stop with some pit stops in the middle for gas, food, breakfast, and all that.
So, how long is actually the drive?
The drive is about 900 kilometers. Google Maps says 9 hour 40 something minutes, including our break. It may be for an hour or 2 hour power nap. Hopefully, it will take us 13 hours. I think we will reach tomorrow around early noon, 1 p.m. or 2 p.m.
So, what is our target to reach in Sudbury?
Sudbury, I'd be happy if we can be there by 5 a.m.
And then from Sudbury to Timmins, right?
Yes,
Next.
Sudbury. Yeah, so at a high level from here, we are heading to Gibson, which is an hour north of Perry. Over there, we will fill up our gas tank, which is the SUV, also 2 spare jerry cans of 40 liters of gas. And then from there, we will head to Sudbury. Sudbury, hoping to reach there by 5 a.m. And from there, we will go to Timmins. Timmins from Sudbury is roughly around 3 hours. From Timmins, our next stop would be Smooth Rock Falls. From Timmins to Smooth Rock Falls, it's about hour and a half drive. And then from Smooth Rock Falls to Abitibi, it's about hour and a half drive as well. All the way from here up to Smooth Rock Falls, we are taking the main highway,
The paved road.
the paved road. Initially, our plan was from Sudbury, we will take the Portlands Road. After Portlands, from there, we will take another northbound logging road, which takes us to Smooth Rock Falls. Because it's a 2-night, 3-day trip, we decided that we want to achieve our milestone first. And then on the return path, we will take the scenic route instead of going to Abitibi through the scenic. If we were sticking to our original trip plan, which was about 4 to 5 nights and 5 to 6 day trip, then we would have taken the scenic route. So from Sudbury, take a slow pace, explore the Portlands Road, which would be a first time for us. And then the second logging road that takes us to Smooth Rock Falls. Since we do not have time, we are taking the main paved highway all the way to Abitibi so that we can reach our destination, achieve our milestone. And then on the return path, we will take our scenic route at slow pace. We prepared enough, considering this is a primarily a driving trip, not as much as camping. It's more motivated by reaching the end point of Abitibi. And in order to achieve that and returning back to Toronto, we will have 2 night camping. So our preparation in terms of food and everything is more or less very light compared to the last year's trip that we took for Trans-Tiger. We also wanted to do this particular Abitibi trip, a bit of a preparation for our next year's Tuktiak trip. That would be 30 days. Other than the food, all other logistical preparation would be the same. So we wanted to explore that through a trip, and Abitibi works out quite well for us.
If I'm not mistaken, tomorrow night, wherever we'll be camping, that would be our first Crownland camping within Ontario.
That's absolutely correct.
Because last year we did the Trans-Tiger trek, and the first night we did the Crownland camping, it was within Quebec.
Correct.
Right. So I'm just trying to find something so exciting
No,
out of it.
this trip is in fact exciting for us in the sense we are not as well prepared or well researched for the Portland's route and the next northbound route of. So over there, we have no clue what to expect and where to camp. This would be a true exploration for us to see what is there and where the day ends for us to figure out a good camping spot. As opposed to last year for Trans-Tiger, it is remote, but over time, the community over there, the Cree community over there has placed some fixed resting spot. And there is enough material to make a good plan where you may or may not stop. This time on, I have planned out the route to drive, but not as much where to camp. So that part is exciting and thrilling and adventurous for us. And it will be a really dispersed wilderness camping experience for us as an overland trip within Ontario. And so 2 first timers for us, right?
Yeah.
First time in Ontario and first time true exploration for us as a less researched preparation.
Yeah, I would not say less, maybe less researched, but that less researched actually kind of a push from our confidence that we built last year.
True.
So we can think that, okay, if we want to explore any unknown place, any very remote area, Trans-Tiger was more challenging.
I would agree with that. I mean, if we did not do Trans-Tiger, and this would have been our first trip, there would be a lot of apprehension for us. But this time we are not as concerned. And the route that we have chosen is well accessible for our vehicle. So that is also another level of confidence for us. It's not completely too remote and too rugged for our rig. That is something we might do later on. Choose some few destinations to figure out how far we can drive safely, where the rig can take us, and based on that, we will figure out. We will basically adapt our, or change our route plan. That is something we will do hopefully after our Tuktiak trip next year. So this is also a good experience in a way, taking quick, short ground landing trip within Ontario, or every 2-3 years, we do a really long trip. But in between, we need to do some short trips,
Yeah.
right? Because it's not always possible.
Every year it's not possible.
Yeah, every year it's not possible getting the days, vacation days from home, right? And one thing, if you have noticed, that in every trip we are getting more and more lighter in terms of our preparation,
Yeah.
logistical preparation.
Yeah, I was about to say that actually. The preparation time of this trip, even you and me both were very lazy, and we sat back for the last moment to get and prepare everything for the trip.
Correct.
But back of the mind, there was something working behind that we have something already prepared. So that's why
Yes.
we do not need much time. So
Yes, very true. If this was the situation last year, being that laid back, then quite possibly at the end point, at the end time, we might have said, you know what? Okay, let's drop this trip.
yeah,
Right. And because we have been doing camping and playing around with the same supply and logistics for our preparation, using the same things over and over again. So every season we have it handy, right? And some of the pre-research work was already done before. So I think I I took advantage of that preparation with less dedication, I guess, since it was already done. So since TransTiger's event, those emergency handy tools are always accessible in the vehicle, irrespective of our camping situation. Even on a city drive, we keep those things ahead.
so hopefully tomorrow when we arrive there in our destination, and then I'm hoping to get some beautiful, amazing drone shots for our memories and for our audience.
Okay. Everybody enjoyed it.
Yeah, hopefully.
I mean, it
This
was
trip-
really good to the point that every time I see it, I really miss the trip. It feels like just, we should go there again.
Yeah.
We've reached Berry. We'll get some coffee and then we'll head out for Gibson.
In 500 meters, turn left onto the Ontario 400 North ramp to Sudbury.
We are now at Shining Tree called Watershed rest stop, 1.5 hour north of Sudbury. And we've been driving the whole night. It's really a nice rest stop with nice washroom, heated water. We have been driving the whole night, starting from 10:30. Now it's almost 7 a.m. From here, we are going to take the northern route on Highway 144. We'll now fill up gas, get some coffee, and from here we are going to do almost a 2 hour drive all the way to Timmins.
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. So we just completed our breakfast. Looking for an update from Shane because I was most of the time sleeping. I didn't know what happened.
We reached Sudbury around 3 a.m. The hope was that we'll take a quick pit stop for like coffee break and a washroom break, fill up the gas tank. I went to 4 different coffee shops, like 2 Tim Hortons and 2 McDonald's. All of them were saying in Google 24 hours, but it turned out that it was the drive-through, not the shop. Then later on, ended up going to a gas station, Circle K, and filled up the gas, went to the washroom. But my co-pilot was sleeping the whole way, completely knocked out. To the point he was knocked out in such a way, when I was parked in Circle K, everybody who was getting into the store could clearly see him completely knocked out, as if like he's under influence of drug and completely senseless. I could see like their facial expression, like what's going on with this guy. From Circle K in Sudbury, I don't know exactly at what time I started. I was hoping to take a stop 15 minutes north of Sudbury on Highway 144. But because Fajr, the dawn prayer is around 5:44, I made the call that rather I should drive the whole path instead of napping for 2 hours. So I decided that let me push through as much as I can. That took us to Watershed Stop. So the Watershed Stop is exactly in between Sudbury and Timmins on Highway 144. And this is the only stop. And this stop reminds us of 381 milepost on James Bay Highway, where that was the only gas stop and the restaurant and shower and everything. So this place also has all that stuff and a motel and everything.
So we are 1 hour 8 minutes away from Timmins. We are going to stop to Canadian Tire, right?
Yes.
Then why we are going to Canadian Tire?
Because Mr. Russell brought his tackle box, but no rod, right?
So initially we didn't have the plan to bring rods. So when we were packing last night at my house, I was insisting to bring two rods so that we should not be, I mean, complaining later that we didn't bring the rod. So I took the tackle bag, but forget to bring the rods. As well as we stopped and go through the checklist. Since it was not under the checklist, it obviously missed. Okay, so we'll keep updating you guys.
Assalamualaikum everybody. It's now 11:25 a.m. We are about 4 kilometers away from Smooth Rock Falls. We're here. We're going to just stop over for refueling, maybe coffee break. This is the place from where our actual journey northbound to Abitibi will start. So far, it seems we are almost on time, maybe an hour behind from our plan. We'll try to get some drone shots, take that northbound road to enjoy as much as we can. And we have no idea what we will find. Try to explore.
Your destination is on the right. Turn right onto 3rd Street. Take the next right onto 3rd Street, then turn right onto 5th Avenue.
বৃষ্টি দেখছেন ওটা দেখে যাইতাম আমরা বের হতে
We took a quick stop on the Abitibi highway. I don't know what's the name of this highway. We are going to launch the drone and see how the landscape looks like. It looks to be some sort of a aggregate dump. Some garbage, remnants of shotgun shells or slugs. Not familiar with it. After 15 relentless hours on the road and endless stretches of northern wilderness, we finally reached Abitibi Canyon's first hydroelectric giant, the Abitibi Canyon Generating Station. Standing before it felt like arriving at the edge of raw power itself. Thank you for watching. The adventure continues, and I hope you will join us in the next episode.